Cesar, I think I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay, can
Okay.
you hear me?
All right. Loud and clear now.
Beautiful, beautiful. How's it going?
It's going well, man. You doing all right?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Awesome.
So while you're doing that, who all do we have there today?
So today, go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Byron.
Hey, good morning, Byron.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
I'm Alex.
Alex. All right. Good morning, Alex. I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself while you're doing that. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay. So Byron, Alex, obviously my name's Cesar Mascoro Jr. I've been in the manufactured home industry for the last 13 years. I did a little over 6 years with an independent dealership, and then I did the last almost 7 with a corporate dealership over at Titan Factory Direct here in San Antonio, Texas. I've been a salesperson. I've been an operations manager. I've been a sales manager, and I've been a general manager. Okay. And so in April of this year, I left the retail world to start Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, which Jesse and I were talking yesterday. I mean, my whole reasoning behind it was because the last 2 to 3 years in the business, it really started to maybe weigh on me as a little more, but I really started to get more conscious about how we were presenting ourselves to the customers. You know, you get a lot of people that already talk negatively about our industry. You get a lot of people already that talk negatively about our product. And so when the sales teams present themselves in a way, you know, when we start thinking that way, then what happens is we start letting people just treat the business that way. And so the customer experience isn't there. That's why all the time, you know, one of the phrases that always got to me was when we would be talking about things, you know, and you get to the pricing, I'm sure it's happened to you guys, where then they tell you, well, you know, for that, I could get a house. You know, I'm like, man, I am selling a house, but they don't see it that way. Because we as an industry, we as salespeople, we as management, a lot of times don't treat it that way. And so they, you know, and that's why realtors think that they're high and mighty, right? They think that they're above us, so to speak. When we're providing the same product, you know, we're changing people's lives. We're taking them from what they're living in now into a much better solution for them. And so I believe that if we respect ourselves, first of all, if we respect the business, the company, the product, then we'll be able to change that negative stigma that comes along with manufactured homes. So with all that being said, I thought, man, there is no sales training out there for the independent dealers. Okay. Some of them have stuff in place, but it's not anything that's done long-term. It's not like you get hired and you go through a whole program. I know Jesse has something that's great, 2 weeks. Awesome. Most independents don't have that. So I thought I could put this together and offer it nationwide where we build a company that's all about training for manufactured homes. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard of like Grant Cardone and maybe even Andy Elliott, but you know, those are sales trainings. You know, both of those guys started in the car business but this is manufactured home specific. You know, we bring the industry experience. We're talking to you using the terms that we use in the terms in the business. So it's important that be understood, and that's why we do what we do, and that's why I created this company to be able to do that and offer this stuff for you guys. So I hope that made a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Just real quick, Byron, Alex, how long have you guys been in the industry?
Right at a little over 3 years.
A little over 3 years. Okay, perfect.
1 year with me, and he had 2 years at another independent.
Okay. And that was who, Byron?
That was Byron, yes.
And Alex?
And I've been here 4 years and I got trained here at Mobile Home Masters.
Okay, beautiful. And that's a great company, man. Jesse was telling me all about it. I love the way you started it, Jesse, you know, back in 99 and all that. So that's awesome. So one of the things that Jesse and I were talking about is, you know, hey, how can we get better at getting the customer to go a little more forward or go a little deeper into whether it's the phone conversation, not just getting information from us, not just getting a price and then getting off the phone and moving on to something else where we're not able to do anything with that. right? And so I spoke to Jesse about that, and I told him, there's something that we train on, which is the actual phone process, because a lot of times, and it's happened to me. I did it a whole bunch of times in my career, especially when I was on the sales floor. I tend to, sometimes I would answer the phone, and then I would give the information if they called me asking about a certain house or about a certain floor plan or a certain price, and I'd give the info, and then that was it. I mean, does that sound familiar to you guys?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what I've noticed is really what it's about is because when they call us, guys, when the customer calls us, they are in control of that call. Whether we like it or not, they can get off of the call at any point in time. They can, and so we feel that, we sense that, and we give the information, but then we don't really make a step with the next definitive step, right? So before we get into that, I just want you guys to understand, and Alex, I'm sure you know this, and you've been doing this 3 years now, Byron, so you probably know this as well. But man, there's two reasons why a customer is either going to come by the lot or that they're going to actually give us a call. There's only two reasons they're going to do it. And that's because they want to buy or they think they can buy. That's it. There's no other reason. They're not calling around to check prices just to check prices. There's a definite reason why they're doing that. And so it's our job to get them out of the way, because the other thing we've got to understand is, man, they're going to do everything they can to not buy, because as humans, we want to go about things the easiest way. What's the path of least resistance? And buying a home, as we know, is most of the time is the biggest decision that anyone's going to make, no matter if it's a 2-bedroom true or if you're buying a $500,000 custom built home. That's their largest purchase at that time. And so a lot of our clientele and people in general, it doesn't have to just do with housing, it can do with anything else. They tend to go through the motions to convince themselves that they've tried to do it. But they don't really want to buy the house, not because they don't want it. They're just too nervous to do it. And so, hey, I called, I got pricing, I got them on the phone, and it makes them feel good that they did that. But at the same time, it kind of gave them the opportunity to give you the Heisman, right? To push you off and not actually have to make a decision. So we've got to keep that in the back of our mind, is we've got to get the customer out of their own way, not in a bad way, but because that's really what they want. They want to buy the home. They want to buy a home. That's why they're calling you. That's why they're calling us. That's why they're checking online. That's the only reason they're doing that. And as you guys know, it takes 2 deals to get one, man. If you got 10 deals in your pipeline, you're probably going to deliver 5 or 6 of them. Okay. Because some of them will fall off. They don't get approved. They just decide not to do it, whatever it is. Right. So the thing to keep in mind is this: every year in the state of Texas, there's 16,000 manufactured homes, 16,000 plus manufactured homes titled every year in the state of Texas. So that means that if 16,000 got titled or bought, right, then 32,000 people actually started the process, and half of them didn't buy. Half of them didn't get it done. And so if 32,000 of them actually started the process, went to go see a Byron or an Alex somewhere in the state, okay, and I assume you guys sell all across, not just in the East Texas area, right? So if 32,000 of them went to do that, that means 64,000 of them are out there calling to get information. But 32 of them actually went in to go see somebody at a dealership like you guys. And then 16,000 or 32,000 actually started the process, and 16,000 actually bought. So I give you all of that information to understand that it's our job when we're on the sales floor to figure out which ones are the buyers. So if we get them the phone and we give them all the information, get off the phone and don't actually do anything with them, can't get them in the door, does us no good. So what I've seen that is effective is when they call you, when they first call the office, there's 2 calls that have to be made. They have to call you, and then you've got to call them back. And what I mean by that is when they call you, you're going to get them off the phone. You got to get them off the phone in the first 30 to 45 seconds. They're calling you, And they're asking, the first thing they're going to say is, when Byron answers, hey, Byron, I'm calling on so-and-so house. Hey, what's the price on that house? Right. And up until now, maybe the answer was, hey, it's X amount, or hey, whatever it may be. But what you want to do at that point, if Byron, you were calling me, I answer the phone and you're asking me for, let's just say you're asking me a price on a double wide, right? Then my response to you automatically is going to be, Byron, you know what, man? I appreciate you calling me. I've got a whole bunch of families that call me on that house. I'm actually sitting in front of a customer right now that I'm going to walk out the door. If you'll give me 2 minutes, I'm going to call you right back to get you all the details on that. All right, Byron? And I confirm the phone number and I tell them I'm going to call you back. I'm going to call you in 2 minutes, and I get off the phone. Because at that point now, I've automatically, when I'm calling you now, I'm in control of the call. Okay. Plus, most customers they understand that if they're calling you out of the blue and you tell them you're with a customer, they're going to understand that you need to get them out of your office, walk them out, but you got to make sure you call them back in 2 minutes. That's the problem, is don't not call them back. And when you call them back, now you're in control of that call. And now you can take that call in any direction you want to go. And the direction you want to go with that, the first question out of your mouth every time you call them back, right? If I'm calling you back, Byron, and you answer, hey, Byron, I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes, man, so I could walk that family out. So listen, I just wanted to find out what's got you looking to make a housing change. That's the first, and they're going to answer you. I promise you, 9 times out of 10, they're going to answer that question for you. Whether it's what's got you looking to make a housing change, or, hey, what's got you looking at houses, that they're going to answer that. Okay. And then from there, you can take the conversation, the direction you want to go. And the direction we want to go, the idea behind this second call is to get the appointment, to get them in the door, right? I assume that's what we're here for, right? To get them into the office. So if we can, Byron, just work with me on this, man. And we're going to walk through this, how the second call goes, because the second call is maybe 2-3 minutes long. 5, maybe at the most. Okay. Because I'm getting some particular details, and it's about building the emotion so that I can get Byron to come and see me. Okay. So when I call you and I answer the phone, or you answer, I say, hey, Byron, I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes so I could get that customer on their way. Hey, by the way, let me ask you, what's got you looking for a house? Go ahead, Byron. We're role playing, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Our family's gotten bigger. We've kind of outgrown our current situation. And plus we've been paying rent here for 7-8 years. So I mean, we just need a change, sir.
I got you, man. Hey, so let me first of all, congratulations. I assume by bigger you mean you added to the family, maybe had another child, or what?
Yes, sir.
All right. So how many in the family?
We've got 4, 5, 6 altogether.
6. So you and who else?
Me and my wife. I've got little Johnny and Timmy and Sarah and our 15-year-old Stephanie.
All right. So Johnny, Timmy, Sarah, and Stephanie. Stephanie is 15, huh?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. And what's your wife's name, by the way?
Wife's name is Patty.
Patty. Gotcha. And so you guys have been renting for the last 7 to 8 years, and now it's time to find yourself your own spot, man. And so, by the way, what are you paying in rent right now?
Almost $1,500.
$1,500 a month. That makes sense. And I assume when you started renting 7 years ago, it was not $1,500, right?
Absolutely not. Sir.
Yeah. I hear you, man. Hey, and the reason why I'm asking all these questions, Byron, is because I'm a professional broker, and I help families like you guys get into homes all the time, just like the one you call me about. But I also have some others that may work, and that's why I'm kind of trying to find out what's going to work best for you and for Patty and the kids as well. You know, I'm sure Johnny, Timmy, Sarah, and Stephanie are all going to need different things in the house, but we're not going to get into all of that right now. But let me ask you this, Byron. If you had to say one thing, what's the most important room in the house to you guys?
Bedroom.
The bedrooms?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so if I may, in the master bedroom, you guys got king size or queen size furniture?
We've actually got a California king.
California king. So extra large, man. Gotcha. And so in that master bath, is Patty preferring to have a tub and a shower, or just a shower? What do you guys prefer?
We don't do many baths. If we could
Okay.
get we could get a big shower would be great.
Shower.
As
Okay.
long as I got a bathtub for the kids.
Sure. Yeah. And that second bath obviously would have that, so that's not a problem. Now, anything particular in the bedrooms for the kids that I need to be aware of, or any sort of special furniture that maybe you need some extra wall space for? What are the particular must-haves in your house?
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of must-haves. I would like to just have a bedroom for all the kids, a good-sized master for me and the wife. If we could get like an extra living room or something, that would be great. But I just don't know,
Yeah.
I really don't know what we can get.
Sure, I completely understand. Now, the last question I'm asking, because we've got 3 kids still at home ourselves. We got a total of 5, man. But so with that being said, I assume you guys spend a lot of time also in the living room, kitchen. So you need some extra space on that. An island is going to be something that you guys really preferring in your kitchen, right?
That would be nice. More counter space. Patty always complains about how much counter space we have. So if we have more room.
Perfect. Is Patty a fan of natural light, man? Does she like the windows all around the house, or not really?
You know what? It would be nice, but it's not something that she's gonna.
Okay. Does she know that you're looking for a house?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. The reason that I'm asking you that, Byron, is this, man, because what you're describing to me reminds me of, I've got this one house, man, that's available right now that we had overstocked from a customer who had to move out of state. And this house is a 5-bedroom house. Okay. It's got an expanded living room, large old master bath, and that master bedroom, I should say, to fit that California king. And it's got one of those 8-foot islands in it as well, man. So you guys are going to have plenty of space to be able to get together. I don't know if you have family over or not, but it's got the space for a larger family, about 2,300 square foot. And because it's overstocked, man, we need to get a deal done on this house. I know my boss is offering something, a special incentive on that house. But what I'd like to do is to get you and Patty to walk through this home, okay? Now
I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How much is this house?
So this house here, I know normally it retails roughly about, I think it's around 120, 125. Okay. But now I don't know what houses you got in stock, right? So I'm thinking a Triumph from True, right?
Right.
But I'm just describing it. I'm describing the space, right? It normally retails there, but I know that we're probably, from what my manager's telling me, it's going to have considerable tens of thousands of dollars in discount. We're going to get it in your budget, because ultimately it comes down to the payment. I'm well aware of that. And so if I make this house fit into your payment and it's got everything you need, you're going to love it. But the price doesn't matter if you don't love it. So obviously you and Patty need to see it. And that's why I'm saying it's the one we've got that's got that discount. I'd love to have you and Patty come and see me so you can walk through that home today. I've got availability today. It's about 10 o'clock. I got available appointment for today at either noon or 2:30. Which one works best for you?
You know what? Patty's not off work at that time.
Okay.
Probably do something the following day.
Tomorrow, Sunday?
Not tomorrow. That'll be Monday.
Okay. I mean, because I'll do a Sunday, but it's got to be by appointment, because I got to tell Mama, and Mama's got to, if you're gonna make me come in on a Sunday, you better come in, right?
I get it.
But if not, hey, Monday works for me. Now, do you prefer mornings or afternoons?
It would have to be afternoon.
In the afternoon. Okay, so Monday, what I've got is I've got a 1:30 or 4 o'clock. What works better for you guys?
Let's shoot for the 4. We might be there about 4:30, sir, because I said she works, but she will get off, I think, around 2:30 or 3. So we could probably be there by 4:30.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to go ahead. I had a 5 o'clock appointment scheduled, but they're just coming in to pick colors for a house that they already purchased. I'm going to have them meet with my counterpart here. They can handle that so that I can meet with you, Patty, and the kids and walk you through this home. That way you can make the decision. If it doesn't work for you, I completely understand, but you at least should give yourself the opportunity to see it. because I'd hate for you to actually love the house and then it's no longer available, and then you're paying that extra higher price, right? Because like I said, it's always about the payment, and especially with what you've had to go through with rent going up all those years. So 4:30 Monday, I'm going to send you a pin drop to my office. I'm also going to send you a list of items to bring with you, obviously in case you love the house, so we can see what all the payment would look like. So pay stubs, W-2s, but I'll send you all that information of what to bring with you so that I can be as best effective for you as possible, because I'm here to help you guys. Okay.
Hey, I sure appreciate it.
All right, Byron. I'll see you then Monday at 4:30.
It sounds great. We'll see you then.
Okay. So, and that's it, man. Now I've took him off the house he called me on. I got information I was looking for. I made him feel good about that. Hey, I've got this home that has this, and this, which I'm just repeating everything he told me that was important to them. Right. And I want you to come and walk through the home. That's the next step for them. They got to come and see the houses. But by the way, hey, if you're coming to see the houses, go ahead and bring your pay stubs, bring your W-2s, bring your tax stubs, your tax statement or tax forms with you, because we're going to need those in case you love the house, so we can figure out what's going to go on with the financing. So everything that I do is intentional. I'm not wasting a sentence. I'm not wasting a phone call to just make a phone call, or I'm not taking a phone call to take a phone call. If I'm taking a phone call, I'm taking it to get an appointment. And that appointment is to sell the house. So I don't want you to come here. I don't want you to come here thinking you're just going to walk through the house and you're going to leave.
Some people think that.
Yeah. But that, so it's answer the phone. Hey, bunch of families been calling me about that house. So it makes them think like, wow, that's a popular house. People love it, but I'm sitting with somebody. So I'm going to call you back in 2 minutes. Give me those 2 minutes. I promise you, I'll call you back. I'll get you all the details you need. They're not going to tell you no. All right. But just make sure you call them in 2 minutes. That way, now you're in control. So and I don't say, hey, Byron, I was calling you back about the so-and-so house. Don't reference the house. Okay. Hey, Byron, I appreciate you giving me those 2 minutes. Hey, by the way, let me ask you, what's got you looking for a home? That's where you go every time. Every time you start right there, they answer that question. And when they answer that question mentally, it gives them in their mind, they're allowing you permission to start asking them questions. Okay. Because if you try to ask them those questions up front, well, they're asking you questions, man. So that's why I say, like, you start butting heads because they're in control of the call and you're trying to take control. Instead, you hung up, you broke their control, you called them back. Now you're calling, you're in control.
Good deal. That's good stuff. That's
okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, man, that's worked for me for years. It's worked for my sales teams for years. We set a huge amount of appointments from that. Obviously, the follow-up between today and Monday is going to be important. Today after this, I send them a text. I send them a pin drop. I send them pictures of that house, right? Send them 1 or 2 pictures just to get them excited. You reference Patty and Johnny and Timmy and Stephanie and Sarah. And just then tomorrow, Sunday, even though you're off, send them a confirmation. Hey, by the way, just want to thank you. I look forward to meeting you guys Monday, because between today and Monday, man, life happens. They're going to forget. They're going to just blow it off. You got to stay top of mind.
That's awesome. And that just goes to the importance of note taking, because Byron's the most single guy that I've ever met.
Yeah.
No, nothing. No kids, no nothing. This guy's definitely playing the role right now, and so that's a great thing. But you were saying that because that's what people tell us when you've heard that time and time again, and that's why it's so important to be able to take those notes and basically repeat back what the customers are telling us, because that's what they want to hear. They want to understand and know that we are there listening to them and understanding their needs, and we're here to fulfill them. And if we can do that, then we can get them into a home.
That's right.
Zig Ziglar said, if we can get people what they want, we will get what we want.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, helping families and of course our sales staff be able to provide for themselves and live the life they like to live. This is Byron walking around my desk.
Hey, Byron, good to meet you. The single guy, huh?
Right.
Hey, but
This guy's the guy that comes in here and tells me all these stories. Oh my goodness. I'm the married guy.
I'm the fun guy. Everybody lives through me.
I got you. Hey, everybody lives vicariously through you. Well, hey, what'd you do this weekend, Byron?
Oh, very good.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you guys, man, what Jesse nailed it on the head, because we don't sell houses, guys. We solve problems. You solve the problem, you sell the house, you sell, and because of solving the problem, you get paid very nicely.
That's right.
Okay, you can make a huge amount of money in this business. And the reason I bring up the 16,000 is because all you're looking for is 50 of them, man. If you can deliver 50 of those a year, 50 of those 16,000, you're going to make 250 grand, 300 plus. Okay, 50. That's less than 1% of it. Okay, so keep that in mind, because sometimes we'll get caught up on the, I got to help everybody. You can't help everybody. You're looking for the ones that are going to run with you. You're looking for the ones that are going to do the things that you need them to do. Because if it's not you, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, there's 16,000 other ones out there that I need to talk to find my 50, And so, but the beautiful thing about it is we get paid handsomely for solving people's problems. And that's the great thing about it. So why not? A doctor makes a couple $100,000 a year for helping people with their health. An attorney makes a few $100,000, maybe more than that, depending on the attorney, right? For solving their problems. We solve problems. It's okay that you get paid too.
Awesome.
I like that.
All right. Well, you guys have a great Saturday, man. I appreciate the time. I hope that helped a little bit with what's been going on, and I look forward to maybe spending some more time with you guys in the near future.
Absolutely. So you and I will be in contact, and we'll go from there.
Sounds great, man. Y'all have a great Saturday.
You too. Thank you much.
Bye-bye.